Now, since we are talking about AI in education, let's go on to the student side naman. 86% of students worldwide have used AI in their studies. Whether you like it or not, gagamitin nila yan. Kahit na i-ban natin yan, they will use it. They will find a way to use it. Okay? 60% of teachers have used at least one form of AI in the school year 2024 to 2025. Again, this is a national index. Worldwide index, I should say. Note that 86 to 60 is quite a big margin. In that case, what I would want to give or provide is a way for us to actually know how to use AIs as instructors, as educators, so that we won't get left behind. Nakakahiya naman pag yung students, alam nila kung paano gamitin, tapos tayo hindi. Di ba? But, again, as stated before by Sir Warren Cruz, I am not saying that you should use AI 100% for everything. Please do not copy-paste like our students. Make sure that you know what you're doing, and that is going to be how we adapt. Okay? Now that we accept, let us learn how to adopt in AI. So to do this, may I ask everyone to please scan this using your phone? Just a very, very quick poll lang tayo. I just want to feel, I want to know the feel of the room and how you actually perceive AI as means and programs. Okay. So for this one, once you have the QR, you are going to be prompted with 3 questions. Let's start first with the first question. Do you believe students should be allowed to use generative AI tools for writing assignments in criminology courses? Okay. Sige, pasagot na lang po. I'll give around 1 minute for this one. Note, anonymous po to, so huwag kayong matakot kung talagang hindi para sa inyo, okay lang. Okay, so I guess for this one, it seems that the room focused specifically on the yes portion of the poll. So again, that is, do you believe students should be allowed to use generative AI tools for writing assignments in criminology courses? So it's 2/3 yes and 1/3 no. Again, you can have your own reasons for this. We will not be judging. This is for me to set the tone for the room para hindi ko ma-offend yung iba kung sakaling ayaw pala nila ng AI, I won't force it on anyone. Okay, so that is 67% yes. Let's proceed on the second poll. Okay, so should criminology programs impose stricter penalties for misuse of AI compared to other disciplines due to ethical expectations of the field?
Stricter penalties? Hindi magtubay ni AI, di ba? Baka nila mamasok. Para face na.
Okay, so that is 82%, okay, 75%. So 3/4 of the room expect na mas stricter dapat ang criminology courses as compared to other courses, since you do focus on law and the implementation of the law. And finally, for the last question, do you believe criminology instructors should be allowed to use AI in terms of creating a lesson plan and the delivery of a lesson? Now this is for you.
100%
Make sure na hindi kayo bias dyan, ha? Ayaw mo yung students, pero kaya dapat wala yun.
Ay, hindi yes naman sa estudyante. Nauna nga pa nga yung mga estudyante.
So kanina that was 2/3 said okay lang ang AI for students to use. In this case, we have 9/10 okay lang ang teachers to use AI. Okay, thank you. Alright, let's continue on the presentation. Now, in regards to those questions, since I have a few for the room now, may I know here who have used AI for the delivery and creation of their lesson plan? Very good. Is it okay if I ask well?
Yes.
Saan niyo po nagamit yung AI in the creation of your lesson plan?
Yung sa aming course plan po na ginagawa natin dito, yung i-define niya yung dates, kung kailan siya, dapat ma-discuss yung topic. Kasi last time, yung 6 preps po ako, last time, and very helpful yung AI na i-organize yung schedule ko sa para maging maayos yung pag-deliver ko din ng mga subjects. Para on target pa rin ako dun sa mga topics that I need to discuss for that particular meeting. So, ganun ko po ginamit yung AI, and it's very helpful na dun sa pag-deliver ng course.
Thank you very much for that one. So yes, as stated before, AI can be used as a tool. This can be used to make sure that our time is spent in some other matters as compared to things that we can easily automate. Now, in that case, please note that I made sure that I stated this even before or after asking the question is, in the Republic Act 11927, the Philippine Digital Workforce Competitive Act of 2022, it states that we are actually entitled to make sure that we have digital literacy. So this is not only for the government use, but also us as educators. We are to promote the use of technology, whether it may be AI or any other form of technology. And hindrance to this might be a hinder to the law as well. However, this is not stating that you should use 100% AI in your courses. You do what you want. However, I'm just saying that this is a possible option. Again, as stated before, if something is already coming, like the TVs, like the phones, calculators, photographs, why bother not using it? Sayang naman, di ba? And use it now habang free pa, di ba? Kasi ChatGPT is free, Gemini is free, Bard AI is free. So let's take advantage of those ones. But again, do not copy paste. Later on, I will be showing you how to actually use this in terms of getting a better answer for your outputs. And yes, we are okay with using AI for education and for everything else, but please note of the other law is the Data Privacy Act of 2012, RA 1173, that data privacy, everyone is responsible for protecting personal information. All of the prompts that you actually use in your AI will be saved within the AI. So we are promoting the use of AI, but the well-being of someone using such AI tool or any other technological tool is on themselves. Okay? And the statistics of this is actually quite sad, knowing that almost everyone is using technology in the Philippines. Statistics provide in 2024, on average, there are 106 data breaches per 100 people. The math doesn't make sense. That means that at least one person has sometimes 2 data breaches in their year. Okay? Everyone is subjected to be responsible for their own data. And to do so, you must make sure that you have a very good security, transparency, and accountability of whatever you do. I want this to be a major indicator for how you use any technological tools, not just AI, but you must read everything in the terms and agreements to make sure na hindi makukuha yung data ninyo. Okay? Again, if nahack ka, unfortunately, most of it may probably be your fault. I'm just saying. Okay?
Why?
So now that we know that the Philippines is actually adapting using these laws, let's learn on how do we use these laws. So first off is AI usage and ethics. So the use of AI, I'm pretty sure everyone knows about this, is it can answer queries, it can provide feedbacks, and it interacts with us as if it were a human being. Do not use AI as if it were Google. When you use Google kasi all you do is ask one question tapos okay na. Right? And unfortunately, yun yung ginagamit ng ibang students natin. So in order to become more AI and technologically literate, I want you to think of AI not as a student, or not as a tool, but as a tutor. Note that AI is smart. Sometimes it can be dumb, but it is smarter than us in terms of knowledge base. It knows more answers. I'm not saying the answers are correct, but it knows more answers. So it's up to us to fact check everything. Okay? This means that since it knows everything, it can be subjected to some sort of hallucinations kung wala talaga yung sagot. Example, if you were to ask AI right now, what is 1 plus 1, it will give you the answer of 2. However, if you keep stating that 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, it will poison the internal system of AI, and it will hallucinate na tama talaga yung 1 plus 1 equals 3. And this is where fact-checking comes in. Kasi most people will just write a prompt, do this, do this, do this, copy-paste the answer, and then you submit that. And yun yung mga ginagawa ng students natin, di ba? You have probably checked some of their outputs tapos halatang AI generated. So let's make sure that we double check those hallucinations before we check everything. So in order to have a better way of using AI, we use prompt engineering. Prompt engineering in simple terms is just how do you talk to AI. If you talk to AI as if it were Google right now, you will get the worst possible answers. And sometimes you might be subjected to hallucinations. So prompt engineering, again, is just the engineering of prompts. Prompts is what you say, that's it. Okay? So prompt engineering creates better results, and it can be done by anyone. You don't have to have any degree, it's just how do you talk properly with technology. And the more specific you are, the better. But too much of specificity might be a problem in terms of data privacy. So where does the line go? We start first with the question structure. Whenever you talk to AI, I want you now to use either of the following. Either you use user-focused or you use AI-focused. Pag user-focused, yung very first thing na sasabihin yung sa prompt ninyo is, I am. So you're explaining who you are, but not too specific, okay? So let's just say, I am an instructor, okay na yun. I am going to manage an event, okay na yun. I am a high school student, okay na yun. Don't be specific saying, I am Don Hermalaban and my age is kasi that will be collected in the prompt. Just make sure that it is the bare minimum stating why you are using that AI. Okay, I am. Or you can use AI-focused stating you are. You're telling the AI what it is. So for example, you are a presenter. I want you to create So use either of this. Don't just randomly create a rubric. Kasi kung gano'n, ano yung magpapakita? Random outputs. Diba? It's not going to be tailored towards what you want. So either use user-focused, I am, or AI-focused, you are. Now for this one, let's try out a possible question. I want you to try to identify how will you prompt engineer this specific question. Let's say you want to ask AI this question, how are you going to word it properly? Decide if the suspect is guilty based on this case. Kung ganyan po yung gusto ninyong isabi kay AI, how will you write it down? Example lang. Anyone? How will you write this in, let's say, ChatGPT?